Hey guys, Winnie here. I got a new base build for you here today. Now before you knock me and say, "Oh Winnie, you just built this big freaking box, what are you doing?" Trust me on this one, I think you're gonna like it. Let's get into it. I'm gonna start with the base tour. Okay boys, first and foremost, here are our role player chairs. These are super important, and the base just won't be the same without them, so don't forget them. Now we got our airlock. These shop fronts will give us good visibility of what's going on, helps prevent us from getting door camped. On the inside I've got everything open, and as you can see we have garage doors spammed everywhere with a single chest per room. Here is TC, it's relatively unguarded, more on that in a minute. Don't forget your bear rugs, those are super important. Here's the courtyard. Most bases don't have these, and let me tell you, it's a luxury that you will not be able to live without after you use one. You got 2 furnaces, small oil, all your researching needs, archery practice, and a barbecue. Keep in mind that this entire field here can be converted to a pumpkin patch or a hemp patch, or both. I've built us a thatch ramp here, and the reason for that is in case you don't have a ladder hatch BP, this is a cheap alternative. Got an airlock, and that gets you out on top of the base. And you're looking at it and you're like, Winnie, this is a big box, man, what are you doing? Right, this isn't secure at all. Let me explain the theory behind it. I think you'll change your mind here. So at its fundamentals, this is every base in Rust. We got a tin can here with TC and all your best loot right in the center. And the raider's job, every raider's job, is to just blast through one side or your set of doors until they get to the center, and then they take all your loot home. And I mean, it's a strong base design, right? Like putting everything in the center, you know, I mean, it works. It's what everyone does in the game. But it isn't the only way, and I would argue that there's a better way. So, a distributed loot system is something that's rarely been employed in this game. Prince Vids has made a video on it. After I designed this base, I looked it up to see if anyone else had done one, and Prince Vids has one. And I think he got it off of someone else as well. But theirs is a big snake, and it works, right? Distributed loot system. The raider doesn't know where TC is, so they just have to blow into tons of things until they find it. But the problem with the snake is you might be able to cut it in half with explosives, and if you do that, they can decay half of your base. So you don't want that to happen. Build a square. You also get the advantage of having a courtyard where you can put furnaces and whatnot. I'm telling you, it's freaking great having a courtyard. Like, it is a Rust life improvement 101. So yeah, finding your TC becomes difficult, very difficult, and when you do that, you've all of a sudden increased the difficulty of your raid. And then you put 1 box per square room, and what this is going to do for you is you can put less loot. Oh, that was awesome placement. You can put less loot in each room as compared to the cost of going through the door. And when you do that, the raid can't be profitable for your raider, so they'll end up leaving. They'll realize that going through your base isn't worth it. You know, I mean, I can't tell you how many people have blown through one wall and found our stash of like burlap clothes, and they're like, okay, there's nothing in it, and they just leave. Now you say, well, what if they blow in and hit TC, or what if they blow in and hit your sulfur room? Yeah, that sucks. It can happen, but statistically it's not likely. And that's the base design here, is you are going off of randomization, and there's security in randomization, but there is a chance that things can go wrong. So you have to be willing to accept that risk. So that's the goal here, is to have so many squares that they have to guess that it's just not feasible to get your good loot. You might ask, why isn't this honeycombed? Well, unfortunately garage doors are weaker. I thought there was a guy in here, I was like, what the heck? So garage doors are weaker than stone walls. So the weakest way through is always through the garage doors. So there's no point in honeycombing this at all, because they can just go through your garage doors. That being said, it's still an expensive raid. It's a hard raid. It's a pain. Nobody has ever found my TC. You know, I had a group of hackers go 3/4 of the way through, and we were online. It was great. We just moved everything, so the hackers would blow a door, and we'd move it all back. You know, each step of the way. So the hackers got some burlap and some SARS, and everything good was like stuffed into this corner over here. Nobody has successfully gotten our TC. I mean, yeah, it's very simple for someone to steal a loot room or two, but overall, it's hard to get everything, and that's the strength in the base. Yeah, I'm hoping to see more people start playing Rust this way, because it's a better bet for your buck. This base is really cheap. I forgot to give you the price on her. Okay, so she only costs 6,000 stone a day and about 1,000 metal frags. So, and if you leave these things thatched, it's even cheaper. So she's pretty cheap, especially for her size. Okay, so now here's for the base build, and I'm gonna do this as if, well, like I'm gonna be in creative mode because I'm not gonna farm up builds for you guys, but we're gonna do this as if I were in a survival setting. So first and foremost, we want to build a single place to hide in, and this is gonna be a corner of our base. And we just want to get doors down. That's the goal. Let's display our poverty here. We have wood doors. It's a sad state, boys. And you're actually gonna live out of this really quick. And you're looking at this and you're like, this isn't secure at all. Yeah, it's not. You should continue on the expansion as soon as possible. Let's get ourselves a TC here. And TC is going to go in this corner. So again, that's dangerous. If people see this YouTube video and you're building this base, they're going to know it's in the corner. So you're going to need to move the TC at some point in time. Also remember, when you're in this tiny little square like this and you're opening these doors up, someone can go deep on you. So again, this is like have this base up for like 10 minutes max. Like, you need to get a better base down, like expand the base quick. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna build what will be the main door. So this is where you will one day travel through everything. Throw yourself some doors on there. And I mean, these are useless at the moment, so I mean, if you want to, like, it's not critical to get these doors down. Just, you could leave them empty if you wanted. On this side, we're gonna expand our base out a little bit. And hopefully we have got ourselves some furnaces down and our little 1x1, and we are able to make ourselves some nice metal double doors. These double doors are going to come off eventually in place of garage doors, which are much stronger. So gears are going to be gold for you guys, like absolute gold. I cannot stress this enough that gears are super duper important. Okay, so the base will just continue to expand out like this, and you can just keep going, you know. It's going to be a 6x6. So a 6x6 will get you 2 furnaces. And there's enough randomization in it. You can go bigger if you want, but I've just always done a 6x6. And another strategy I like to employ is, especially like if it's early wipe and no one has ladders yet, is to just try and get walls. Because, and I mean, you still have doors here, of course, but if you can just get walls down, it'll keep people out, you know. You got your courtyard going, so you'll be doing a lot better this way, because, I mean, people are going to be less likely to be messing with you if you've got this filled in. They can still come over and stuff, but it adds a little bit of security. And then you're going to fill this in. You want hard side to face the courtyard in the event that someone comes through, you know. Because if they come in the top or something, this is, they're gonna look at this as a potential weak spot, and you don't want it to be. So let's finish filling this out. And then we're just gonna go through after we do this, and we are going to spam the, what do we call these? Wall frames. Okay, so let's spam these, and again, every time you get a gear, make yourself a garage door. The base is not strong without it, so it really relies on those garage doors and those gears. Gears will be gold to you. Put your garage doors down as you get them. If you don't, and you feel like your base needs to be stronger, put more double doors if you can. Well, we're gonna close it off now. And I'm gonna leave it to your imagination, but we're gonna fill in all the garage doors here, put chests in here, whatever workbenches and furnaces we need, and that sort of thing. Remember that for the system to work, TC has to be placed randomly, so you need to just run around in the space at random. Just do circles around it until you find a random spot and just dump TC there. And if you don't do it randomly, someone could theoretically like replicate your thought process and guess where TC is. If you do it randomly, they just have to just guess. There's no way around it. I'm building blocked. I might have placed TC already, but you get the drill. Place TC in a random spot. That otherwise you defeat the entire purpose of this base and you put it at risk. So run around in a circle. I'm telling you, you just gotta trust the system. Run in a circle, and just where you stop, place it. Next step is to build the higher part for our furnaces. So we want hard side facing outwards now. So it'll look kind of weird having the walls face different directions, but that's how you want it. Now, on the finished base over here, I stuffed everything on this side, right? We have our ladder, our door. It doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be on that side. So if you want your furnaces going in the opposite direction, more power to you, it doesn't matter. So right now I'm just gonna build our little route up because it helps us kind of explain what's going on. And I like to do this in thatch because it doesn't matter. It's not like an important structural part of your base. If someone breaks it, you can just build it immediately again. It's not hard. Placing these counters. Come on. Ooh, we got it, boys. We got it. Okay. There we go. And let's get our ceiling going. And this is going to be hard for you. You're going to have to be hopping around trying to get all these, but I'm just going to fly and do it, so haha. Oh, we're still in thatch mode. Only do the edges. And the reason for that is your furnaces, when you get them, will need some air to breathe. Place one X shaped and one T shaped. That's a good way to do it. Get yourself some grates. And you will need the metal grate blueprint. There's no way around that. There's nothing you can do. I mean, unless you want people crawling in all the time, but I don't recommend. That's kind of a pain. Okay, just kidding. You want to place your thatch wall after that, apparently. Oh, and that's done. Just make it thatch. Okay, let's get our metal grates going here, and we'll just place a bunch of these down. Wonderful. And we gotta airlock this, so that way people aren't messing with you on the roof. then we're gonna build an airlock because that's important. When you place a shop front, I see people do this wrong all the time, but you want the shop front, so like the thing on the inside of the base should have this little basket. If it's backwards otherwise. Let's get a roof on this. Okay. Do whatever you want with the roof. I like to put a heli base up here. That's pretty easy to do. You just kind of... Why? Okay, it makes you place it in that hideous way. And there's nothing you can do about it. But this one's gonna stick out and that one's gonna stick in. Good luck with that. But yeah, it's pretty versatile. You can kind of do whatever you want with it. Enjoy it. Have fun. I hope it treats you well, and that it turns out to be a strong base for you guys, and that you appreciate this courtyard as much as I do. So, good luck to you, and I wish you the best. So yeah, I'd recommend trying it out. I build this base almost every way, and I mean, she's old faithful. You can get raided, I'm not saying it's unraidable, but it's a hard raid, and there's probably easier options out there for people. So, that's how she works. You should give her a try. Distributed loot systems are, I'm telling you, I think Rust will switch to them one day. We'll see. But yeah, give her a shot. You'll like the courtyard. I got more bases coming. I've actually designed this in a way to make it twice as strong, but I will be using that next wipe. So you should click that subscribe button if you want to see how to make that in the future. Yeah, there's some vast improvements that have been made, but I'm gonna be using it for the time being, so I'll reveal it in a little bit. So make sure to subscribe, click that like button, and I'll see you around, guys.